How often have you been in a situation where you showed up and there was nobody? You're called somewhere at 5 and then you show up at 4:45 and there's nobody till 6. 1.5 hours of waiting, like waiting at the movies, going for a date, and you're sitting alone on the table for 1.5 hours. And why on earth are you the only person who is supposed to arrive earlier? And why can't other people arrive on time? Like this has been one of the biggest problems everywhere in every industry. But somehow I don't see people acknowledging that being on time is important. And I'm going to talk about it. So we have a very special guest with us here today, the very beautiful Lucy. She is an actress from the UK. She is here in Dubai. She's a blogger. Check her Instagram, check her Twitter out. You guys are watching Minding My Business. I'm your host, Avi. Okay, Lucy. So personally, I have had this one big problem where I've been asked to be somewhere at a particular time, say like 6 o'clock in the evening. I generally, like 99% of the time, I will show up 15 minutes before and there will be no one. But somehow people have this notion that, oh, it's okay to be late, but why are you so early? Like so early? I mean, I came 15 minutes before and it's not okay to be late. Like it's okay, you came 10 minutes late, but you could have left your house 10 minutes before. So I don't understand how it is being cool and how is it so nice to be late. I mean, this is something which I completely don't accept. I mean, I'm not gonna go very aggressive about it, but this is something which I don't endorse.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, I'm okay to wait for 10 minutes, if I come earlier, but the moment you're at 6, your time starts counting. I mean, then you're late, you're 1 minute late, you're 2 minutes late, you're 5 minutes late. So it's late, it's being late. I mean, this is something which I have lived for years and I've seen people do it to me, like more often than I can speak of. And there have been times where I've waited for 1.5 hours without the other person showing up. And I want to know your experiences about how you have been treated or how you have treated people the other way around.
Right. Well, if you'd asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said, I'm a late person. I'm a really bad late person, like really bad. Like I would always prioritize other things over meeting someone, or like I'd always text, I'll be there in 5 minutes, knowing that I would literally probably be about 20-30 minutes. And it's a really bad trait. Like I was so awful at being late and I don't like it in other people. So now I make a conscious effort to try and make it 10 minutes, half an hour. When I go to work, when I teach my kids, I make sure that I'm there 45 minutes early, because I feel like if I'm not there and I'm not ready when they're going to arrive in, it doesn't look good and it kind of shows this horrible thing. So I used to be a late person, and my family would always be like, come on Luce, like, where are you? Like even phone calls, I'd be late at phone calls. And because I just started to dislike it so much, I thought I need to change. And so now I am a kind of almost on time, but a little bit early. Like I like to be early because I don't like to be flustered and all like, oh, where am I? When I get to somewhere, I want to be like calm and ready, but I love people who are early and I love people who are on time, because I think it's really important to be on time or to just be early. Like when I trained at drama school, we had this saying which was, to be early is to be on time, to be on time is to be late, and to be late is to just never happen. Like we wouldn't be allowed in the, like when I did my drama school degree, my master's degree, because it's like rigorous training, right? So you're trained to be an actor, and if you were late, you don't get to do the whole day. You just go home, and you're paying that money to do it, so you don't want to be late. So it's really interesting.
Okay, Lucy. One question which, like, if I consider both of us as victims, like, have there been occasions where you are called somewhere, you arrive 20 minutes before, and of course, there will be people, there will be, your counterparts who arrive like 30 minutes late, 25 minutes late. How do you feel? Like, do you want to break things? I mean, shatter everything apart. Like, I mean, I get very furious, but I don't show it to them because I'm like furious here, but I am deadly furious because this is something which, you know, like I dressed up to be there at 6 and you are coming at 6:45.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, and I've seen people coming like, I mean, 1.5 hour, 90 minutes late, 2 hours late. I mean, how do you feel? What is your feeling when like, oh, like I'm gonna break you today?
Yeah, it does enrage me, and sometimes there are obviously reasons, like big reasons why people are late, but there tends to be like a pattern of like people you like. I know people who are always late, and who I would just be like, what I'll do is I'll tell them the time we're meeting, but it will be half an hour earlier than the time we're actually meeting because I know that they're going to be late, so I almost trick them into meeting me at the same time because I know that they're going to be half an hour late, so I'm like, right, I'm going to say the half an hour before they actually have to meet. But yeah, it does make me angry because I think it's a bit arrogant to just be like, I'm just going to turn up when I want, because time is precious. Money is time. Like, we all have things to do. We all want to do things, and you know, especially if you're paying someone and they're turning up late, I think that should be unacceptable. I think if it happens 3 times in a row, then I think, you know, disciplinaries and things like that have to come into action. Especially if you're a boss. Like, it's hard, but when it's your friends and it's your family, I don't want to ruin the vibe because, say, like we're meeting up for dinner and you're an hour late. I don't want to be angry at you because it will just then set the whole tone for the night. So inside, I'm like you. I'm like, where are they? I had
Cracks up in the head.
Yeah, I'm getting really, really frustrated, and you know, they're saying excuses and they're saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I got caught up here. But I think if you know that you're meeting someone like half an hour early and you know that you're running half an hour late or whatever, then you should just prioritise your time better. And I think it's all to do with prioritising your time and just being a better person. But yeah, I mean, I did used to be that late person, so I kind of know how the both sides feel because I was that late person, and I'd be forever saying, oh, sorry I'm late, I'm sorry I'm late. But I've got a new phrase where if I am late, I tend not to be anymore, but if I am late or if someone is late, instead of saying sorry I'm late, I'm going to say, oh, thank you for waiting. Rather than just being like, oh, sorry, I'm late. Like, woe is me. Like, wow, I'm late. I'm so sorry. Just be like, oh, thank you so much for waiting for me. If you just flip those words, like, it has different connotations to it. So I feel like that's like a good phrase to go forward. To thank that person for waiting rather than putting it on you. Yeah. No, thank you so much for waiting. With a genuine earnest as well. But yeah, it does enrage me.
Again, Lucy, from personal experiences, I've been asked many times, why am I so early? Like, this is a problem which, I mean, I am unable to deal with it. I arrive at places, I arrive at my workplace where I work like 25 minutes. I mean, I start at 9. I'm supposed to start at 9, but I arrive by 8:40, 8:45. That's okay. I am ready to deal with it by being early. It's fine when no one is there. But people who are supposed to arrive at 9, they arrive at 9:45. Like, I can't take it. And I know, I've actually never been in situations where I am the one who's late. I mean, it hasn't happened to me. But have you been in a situation where you are like late, like deadly late, and like what did you tell them? Like, what was your answer? Like, did you make a story? Like,
have I made a story? I don't think I might have lied a couple of times where my train's broken down. For when I was at drama school training actually, and I know I'd be running late because I didn't get up early enough. Like, I am not a morning person, like, at all. I cannot stand the mornings, and I will give myself more time in bed than I will to get to the place, so I will be rushing. I changed my ways, I'm a better person now, and I do make sure I have the time, but I have been very late before, and when I have been very late, I have been, the whole time I'm late, I'm panicking because I'm like, so anxious in my head, like, what am I going to say? I'm not going to be allowed in class. Oh, it's going to ruin my week. People are going to think they don't, and I don't like the thought of people thinking me as a bad person because I'm late. Because I know if someone's late, I automatically judge them. I'm like, that says a lot about your personality. And that's really bad because I know that people would do that about me, and I don't want to be that person who's doing it. But I know that there has been situations when I have just not given myself enough time in the morning, and it is in the morning. It's the mornings I struggled with. So now I've got a lot better at it. But I do know people who just come up with these excuses, and you're just like, that's not. Just tell me that you just overslept. Just say that you couldn't. I'd rather the honesty of someone going, oh, I couldn't be bothered to get ready. I was just sitting in my towel after my shower, staring at the wall for 15 minutes. Just say that, and I won't believe you more than being like, no, I tried to get here, but and my dog ate my homework, and I couldn't get out, and I lost my keys. It's like, just tell the honesty, because I know sometimes I've had a shower or bath, and I literally just sat on my bed, staring at my wall, and then I'm like looking at the wall. I need to be somewhere. So it happens.
Now there is another sort of behavior which I have seen and I have experienced 1,000 times, where I am called somewhere. Of course, I'm there earlier. That's a problem I have. And when I call that person, they tell me I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll be there in 15. But the fact is, they're still on bed. They are not even up. It's gonna take them another 60 minutes or maybe more to get there. I know that.
Right.
But on my face, they lie to me and they say that I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes. I mean, what do you think at that time? Like, do you leave? Like, are you so furious? I mean, I just want to know how you would feel, Of course, I mean, you'll feel horrible, but again, you have different sorts of being late,
Yeah.
This is one such, another bracket of,
I think it's so dependent, isn't it? Like, if the person that's saying that they're going to be 10 minutes, but they're going to be 60, that says a lot about their personality. And like, I feel like it should be brought up, because I feel like when people are late, they don't really discuss it. They're just like, especially me, because I'm British, and all of my British friends, we're just kind of very polite about it. And people will be late, come 60 minutes late to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, don't worry, it's fine, don't worry. Like, I will be really, really apologetic for them, even though it's not my place to be. But when you said like about it's a problem that you're early, that's not a problem, that's amazing. And I think it's a really good personality trait. Like, I would never ever say to someone, oh, why are you here so early? I'd be like, cool, this person, it shows a lot about someone's personality. Being really early, that means that you're proactive, you're obviously got passion and you care about what you're doing. If it's work or meeting someone, I think it's a really, really great trait to have if you're an early person. I would never dismiss it. I would always think, if someone was early, I'd be like, I need to be more like that, or I need to be more on time, because
Bingo.
do you know what I mean? There's no one's doing too much. That there's always time to make yourself earlier than you need to be. Yes, traffic is a thing. Yes, trains break down. Yes, we want to sometimes just stare at our wall because we can't be bothered. Maybe we don't like the person we're going to meet and we want to delay it as longer as possible. That could be a case, but I think it's a good thing being early. Like, I think I really like it in people if they're early, and it strives me to be a better person.
Okay, Lucy, we have, I think, all sorts of examples of people being late, but the bottom line is being late, which is not acceptable. Okay, I mean, I can give you, when I call somebody at 6, okay, fine. It's not a given, but I'll wait for you till 6:10. I consider it as 6.
Right.
It's okay, but then don't cross the limit. Again, it's not cool to be late. No way, it's not cool at all. And it might be cool to be on time, but it might be cool to be before time also. It's okay. If you don't want to call that person a fool, it's fine. But being late is not cool. And again, there are situations where you are supposed to be there. If somebody calls you at 6, there's a reason why you were summoned at 6 and not at 6:30.
Yeah.
So if you be there at 6:30, you're missing the point. That is something which I wanted to highlight, because there are incidents which happen in half an hour or like 45 minutes which you could avoid, or there are things which could have been if you were on time, and there were things which has happened because you were late.
You set that time for a reason.
There is a reason. There is a reason why I go out for drinks at 9, because I can sit for 3 hours and come back at 12. But if you show up at 10, I lose that 1 hour. This is just a bad example, but how important being on time is, Lucy.
I think it's very important, and I agree with you completely. I think that if I'm, wanting to meet up with someone at a certain time, then that's times for a reason. And I'm quite adjustable though. I can always adjust try to, as best as I can, adjust my time to fit people, because not everyone's on the time schedule that we might be on. So I'd like to be adjustable, and compromise is really a big thing. But I think it comes down to just, listening to each
Or
other.
just
and
inform me if you can't make it.
yes, it prior.
Don't tell me you're gonna be there at 6 till 5:45
Yeah.
and then you show up at 7.
Because you're already there at 5:45,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're already there. You've probably got
Yeah.
2 drinks on the table waiting. So
Inform me. Come on, inform me.
let him know. Let him know when you're gonna be late. So yeah, I think it does say a lot about a person. I don't want to be like mean about it, but it does say a lot about a person. Like if you're meeting someone for the first time as well and they're late, it's like you've already got this kind of thought about them before you've even met them. Like it does have and it has a lasting effect on you. I just think it's manners, isn't it? It's just like saying, I'm always going to say thank you and please, and I'm always going to be polite. I'm always going to try and be on time. And that's my thing, really. It's the same. It goes without saying, really. It's just being polite at the end of the day.
So guys, we are coming to an end of this podcast, and I will thank Lucy for being here.
Thank you.
And what I want to say is, again, please share your being late stories on the comment section below. I would like to know how in many ways you have been tortured or you have tortured people by being late. And I would like to hear them. Probably make another podcast some other day with different types of people who are late. And this is something which is pretty interesting. And you guys are watching Minding My Business. I'll see you next week. Cheers.